Have you ever found yourself trapped in almost relationship? The kind that looks like a relationship, but it's not. There's kissing, there's talking every day, there's jealousy, ... But there's no commitment. It's like a toxic relationship disguised as freedom. At first, it seems light, fun, without pressure. But over time, it becomes a love illusion that hurts in silence. We get attached. And we don't even realize that we are diving into a shallow sea. We are always there waiting for a message that never comes, accepting crumbs and calling it a banquet. All this because emotional deprivation, for fear of being alone, for believing that if we insist a little more, he will realize that he really loves you. Spoiler, he won't. You know what's worse? The guy says he doesn't want anything serious, but he acts like he does. He treats you like a priority one day and ignores you the next. He pretends he has a future, but never builds anything. It's a never-ending see what happens. And while you wait a reciprocated love, he enjoys the freedom of not having to give you any explanation. Ghosting, emotional block, it's all in the package. And you, of course, trying to understand what you did wrong, as if the problem were you. But let's be real, to be without commitment with someone who demands you as if he were your boyfriend, but disappears as if he were a stranger, is one of the biggest bad ideas that you can accept. Because the more you give yourself away, the more he pulls away. The more you try to prove yourself, the more you lose yourself. And that is not freedom. That is emotional dependence made up. The almost hurts because it never becomes whole. And those who live on almost die on little. You deserve more than being an option. You deserve more than living in doubt. You deserve a clear, light, reciprocal love. But while you accept less, what makes you think you will receive more? Have you ever stopped to think, if he really wanted you, why does he still treat you like maybe? That's the question. Because the answer says a lot more about him than it does about you. And in the next blog, we'll expose all the emotional mess that this almost leaves behind and why you need to get out of it now. Let's get this straight. Accepting almost relationship, it's like walking into a minefield with a smile on your face. It's like giving up your emotional peace in exchange for a promise that's never fulfilled. Because don't be fooled. This type of relationship demands as if it were a relationship, limits you, as if it were exclusivity, but gives you absolutely nothing in return. And the worst part, it makes you feel guilty for wanting more. It's cruel, because this guy knows you're there. He notices your effort. He sees the sparkle in your eye when he says, I miss you, and he uses that. He takes advantage of your lack, your fear of losing, your desperate desire to be loved. And while you romanticize what you have, he rationalizes everything. He doesn't feel guilty. He doesn't feel responsible. Because from the beginning, he made it clear that he didn't want anything serious, right? But tell me, if he doesn't want anything serious, why does he still look for you? Why does he get jealous when you talk to other guys? Why does he get angry when you start to distance yourself? The truth is hard. He doesn't want to date you, but he doesn't want to lose you either. Because you're convenient. You're there, ready, always available. And that gives him power. An emotional power that will slowly destroy you. You stop going out with other people. You stop making plans. You keep waiting for that maybe tomorrow. That never comes today. And this undermines your self-esteem. Because at some point in the story, you start to think it's your fault. That you're not enough. That if you change a little, if you take it easy, if you stop demanding, maybe he'll stay. But he won't. Because the problem was never you. The problem is that he never really intended to stay. And you know what's most disgusting? Deep down he knows you deserve more. But he also knows that as long as you accept less, he doesn't have to change. And he won't, because you're making it easier. And don't kid yourself. That's not love. That's emotional convenience. It's selfishness. It's a relationship where only one side suffers and that side is yours. Have you ever been through this? Have you ever experienced that almost that hurt like it was everything? Comment below. Tell us about your experience. Let's turn this pain into a warning for other people who are still stuck in this type of emotional trap. And if you're still living this, stay with me. Because in the next part, we're going to talk about the turning point. What happens when you finally say, he arrives? Do you know what changes when you finally say enough? Everything. Because at first it might even seem like you're losing. It will hurt, yes. You'll miss someone. You'll want to send them a message. There will be days when you'll doubt your decision. But little by little, you realize that what really hurt was continuing. That the greatest suffering was living, trying to be enough for someone who would never truly choose you. When you take a stand, you begin to see yourself. You begin to recover your voice, your strength, your dignity. You stop accepting empty excuses, vague promises, emotional crumbs. You begin to remember what you deserve, and more. You begin to understand that Bolognese 1,000 times better than being with someone who makes you feel alone. There is a peace that only comes when you free yourself from an almost, when you stop living in doubt, when you move away from the maybe position and put yourself first. Because a relationship is not a game. It's not, let's see what happens. It's not, I don't want anything serious right now, but I like your company. That's emotional manipulation. And we need to name things. You weren't born to be plan B, nor anyone's last option. You weren't born to settle for half-heartedness. Those who truly love you, accept you, respect you, value you, and most importantly, don't leave you in doubt. The right love is clear, it's light, it's calm. It doesn't make you lose sleep or lose your self-esteem. So yes, you will miss him. But one day, you will wake up and realize that the guy who confused you, who kept you trapped in this almost, was just that, a mess. A distraction, a setback in life, and then, my dear, liberation is total. Because when you heal from this, you start to attract what you truly deserve. People who come whole, who add to it, who choose you without fear, without delay, without half measures. And if you've come this far, you may have already experienced this or are currently experiencing it. So here's what you need to do. If you value yourself, if you choose yourself, if you protect yourself and never again accept an almost when your heart wants an all the way. If this video touched you in any way, if you felt understood, subscribe here to the channel. We talk about these bad ideas so you never fall into them again, or at least learn how to get out of them faster. And if you know someone who is stuck in an almost, send them this video. It might be the push they needed. And remember, you are not difficult to love. What is difficult is someone who doesn't know how to love properly.